What a better place to start than out here where it all began, when the Byrds moved to Ozark. You remember that first hotel, right?
I sure do. How could you forget? Season 1.
So we thought, what a better way to kick it off right here. Let's get ready to go on an Ozark, another shooting location adventure that rocks.
Part 2.
Right away, we just want to say that the show, even though it appears in Ozark, we are actually here in Conyers, Georgia, at America's Best Value Inn and Suites. That's where it all started when they first moved here. So let's go look around. One identifying mark to make sure we were at the right location for this hotel is in the show. You'll see the Castle Rock looking structure come up from above the roof. And that's where we found, and that's where we knew this is definitely the place to come. One of the rooms that's definitely identified by Ruth herself in the photo we're gonna get ready to show you is right behind my shoulder, room 138. We just spoke to the management out here at the hotel just to verify what room number did they stay at, and it was the one that we got in that photograph with Ruth, 138. Now, management did tell us also the rooms look nothing like they appear in the show. That all was done inside the studio on a set, and coming up, we're actually going to show you the studio where most of it is shot at. Here's something to think about. Imagine what the show would have looked like if Ruth didn't rob them out of room 138. What would have been that transgression of the show? Put it in the comments down below. Recognize the building behind me? You should. A lot happens behind me. Happens to be Marty Byrd's office building. You know, the one where they make all kinds of deals with Helen, make deals with the casino boat, make deals with the Snells. That's right, all in this office building. Looks a lot bigger in the show than it definitely appears for real once we found it. And to find Marty Byrd's office is on the second floor in that corner. Now, if you wanted to rent it, it is available. It says Suite 200 available for rent. I don't know if Suite 200 means the whole floor for rent, or if Marty's space is for rent. And before they leave the office, trust me, we are scratching our heads also. If you go back to Season 2, Episode 1, Marty's office building, it clearly shows 3 floors. As you go on into the extra episodes, you start seeing more details about this office building. That's how we found this location. It only has 2 floors, and we are even scratching our heads because the front is definitely it, with those steps that we see in the picture that we're going to show you of Ruth on them. The extra shot, that's definitely it. But where that office building, unless they CGI'd a 3rd layer, put in your thoughts and comments down below on it. And I just wanted to point out, because we've been scratching our heads over it, on the show, from his office or the outside of the office, it shows that he has a lake view. And behind us, we did find the water. It's definitely not a lake. And the body of water that they show in the show, it appears a lot bigger. So maybe there was some special camera magic done out there. Maybe they had a canoe in the middle of the water just to make it appear a lot bigger of water that went up to that office window that he had. And here's another look at some pictures that we took and matched them up with Season 3, Episode 10. marks either. Exactly what happened at the end of season 2? Put your thoughts and comments down below. My personal feeling, do you remember that series Dallas? Wasn't there an office building explosion also? And then Patrick Duffy woke up at the beginning of the next season as a dream? Think about it. Anyway, we got more Ozark to explore. One of the hardest locations to find was in season 3, when Wendy and Ben pulled off on the road to Amy's Roadside Market. As you can see from that sign, it doesn't say Amy's Roadside Market. In fact, it barely says anything. A faded old gas propane sign. We did find it, and of course we're going to put all the addresses to all our locations in the description. In this scene, it's where Ben secretly called Helen while they were out here at this Roadside Market. Now look behind me at the building. You can even see the building clearly. It's just a fictional set that was used out here because nothing's going on. So sorry, Sandy, we can't stop and get any tomatoes or fresh oranges or apples, but let's go check out that farmer's market that the Snells are at. Maybe we can pick some up out there. Since we started, one of the locations I have been wanting to find was the farmer's market that the Snells sold all their goods at. One of the things that made this so difficult to find was that this location is not a real farmer's market, never has been a real farmer's market, so it took a lot of research. Thank goodness Sandy and I have a great eye for detail, frame by frame by frame, and these power lines was a great tip of information. If you want to come out and find the exact spot where the Snells set up their tent, we did some research. If you park about 6 parking spaces up from the curb and make sure the swing set is over your left shoulder when you turn your head, you're in the right spot. So imagine it's the day of the shoot and you come out here, imagine behind me it's all loaded with vendor tents. So I'm going to give you 2 tips about what happens at the farmer's market out here. One, some of these vendor tents are real vendors because we actually called some of them and asked them about the farmer's market and if it was real. And they did say it was a fictional farmer's market, but yes, they were a real vendor. We thought that was pretty cool. Real vendors in Atlanta, Georgia, of course. And one other fun tip is that if you ever come out here to get your photos out here at the farmer's market, it is only 5 minutes away from Eagle Rock Studios, where they actually do everything for Ozark. So we're on our way there next. And I better get going because I definitely don't want Darlene to come my way and sock me in the nose. And behind me, Eagle Rock Studios Atlanta in Norcross, Georgia is where all that magic happens to make all the locations that you've been watching in our videos transform Atlanta into our favorite series, Ozark. Here's just a quick location for you that we found from season 1. When Marty sent Wendy and the kids off to go be on their own, they pulled over at a gas station / Mexican restaurant, and we found it out here. So if you ever wanted find your own, grab a quick taco and get some gas, this is the place. And remember, these addresses are all in the description down below. In season 2, a lot of action took place in that sporting goods superstore like the one right behind me. Like when Tuck went in and bought Jonah that rifle, and when Wyatt's dad went in and bought those supplies to off Marty out on the dock. We found the superstore. Let's go in and check it out. Behind me is the actual counter that Tuck purchased that gun. We're gonna make it real quick in the store. It is crowded, it's a Saturday, and we got a lot more to cover. If you wanna do your shopping here, and you wanna get to that exact register that Wyatt's dad did his purchases, make sure to go for register 6. And just like in the show, to the right of the superstore is that alley that Tuck gave Jonah the gun. Here's a fun fact. A lot of the interior shots for the show is shot at Eagle Rock Studios. We asked one of the salespeople inside there. Now you'll see a shot of Tuck walking amongst bicycles, and in the background like skate or surfboards. They don't sell that in there. They actually brought all that props in just for the show. But this is a real sporting goods store that does sell all kinds of guns and bows and arrows. Definitely gotta check it out. They even have their own bow and arrow range and shooting gun range in here. Like most teenagers, remember when you're looking for that first job? Early on in season 1, we watched Charlotte go to that first interview. Check it out behind me. The shopping center, this is the place we're gonna take you to, where Charlotte gets that first interview, and not only that, she walks out and pops Wyatt off that skateboard. Both scenes are behind us. Let's go check it out. At the Heart, Soul, and Art, that is the location of where Charlotte was inside for that first interview. And of course, it was changed up for the show. Now, where she was sitting at happens to be the first window to the right of the door. She sat down there, and as she looked out, that's when she saw Wyatt go right on by on that skateboard, got up, and hopped out that door.
And Marty was parked right out in front.
He was? I didn't know that. As we're standing here in front of the Cuban Diner in the same shopping center, this is when Charlotte popped Wyatt and let her know what she thought of him. So if you're looking for the place, there looks to be a big paint mark on the sidewalk. You don't see that on the show. But if you go back just for a reference of where you want to stand, if you look out, you can see the columns clearly that this is the exact spot on where that happened. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm hungry. And remember when Marty Bird met up with Raven for that lunch, dinner meeting about lickety splits? Let's go check that place out. It's right across the street. Like I said, right across the street from where that interview took place, although it definitely didn't reference like that in Ozark. Williamson Brothers Barbecue, they didn't show an outside shot of this restaurant, but this is definitely the place where Marty met up with Raven. So let's go inside, check it out. It smells amazing. Come on, Sandy, let's go get something to eat. So if you ever come here to eat and you want to sit at their table, which we didn't get, you want to ask to see if table 10 is open. That's the table that they definitely sat at as they had that conversation back and forth. Put it in the comments down below. Do you think they actually ate here? It smells amazing. In fact, we ordered and we're gonna show it to you. Since we're already here, we might as well dig in. So if you do get lucky to ask for table 10, you can actually eat with Jason Bateman. How cool is that? So our order came. We decided to go a little untraditional for a barbecue restaurant, but we couldn't help ourselves. Barbecue nachos, they look amazing. Sloppy Joe fries, these are the thick fries, the steak fries, and they are crispy. Can't wait to dive in. Sandy's already been racing away before I can even get to him. Put in the comments below, who would order this? I don't think Marty Bird's a barbecue nacho guy. You think Ruth is? Let us know in the comments. If you're gonna do a location tour, highly recommend eating inside there. The food was absolutely amazing. And once again, ask for table 10 and eat with Jason Bateman. Now, if you're looking for lickety splits, you definitely gotta check out our first location video. We'll put that link in the description down below. How cool was those scenes when them trucks exploded during the money drop-off that Ruth was supposed to get? Now, think about it. That truck explosion had to be a big piece of land. And we found it out here at Starlight Drive-In. The exact location behind me was an actual real working drive-in theater and still is right now. They run movies every evening out here. And every Saturday and Sunday, if you come during the day, it's only 50 cents a person, and it's a huge outdoor flea market. This has got to be one of the biggest ones we've ever seen. In Ozark, season 2 and 3, they went to a different diner than they did in season 1. And we wanted to come out and check it out. Some differences that you're gonna notice is in the windows, and that's how we were able to find it out here. You'll see there's a clear red diamond pattern on the window, and that's how we know we got the right location. We'd love to go inside and take a peek, but they are closed on Sundays. So maybe if you ever come out here and get lucky to eat in the diner, ask them if it's one of the tables where Marty ate with Jacob Snell, or maybe you'll get lucky and eat at the table where Wendy Bird slid that suitcase of money over to Cade. If you get that table, definitely put it in the comments and let us know so we can sit in that table and maybe we get slid a suitcase of money. In season 1, we learned Charlotte's favorite ice cream is organic pistachio ice cream. And remember when Wendy Bird went to the only grocery store that may have it right here? Let's go see if they have it in stock. As you can see, they don't have organic pistachios still in stock here. Keep watching, because this is not the only store location from Ozark we're gonna stop at. You won't believe the final stop of our Ozark adventure tour. A cute home we found actually is Agent Petty's mom's house. Unfortunately, she's not home, so we can't help her move out of the house in with Agent Petty. office has been a location in all 3 seasons. So how could we not come out and get some shots around here? I mean, what characters haven't had a visit to the sheriff's location? Think about it. Put it in the comments down below. Even these stairs I'm walking on right here, these are the same stairs that Ruth and Ben went down. This scene look familiar? You're right. It's exactly where Ben sat and Wendy right across from him before Wendy left him and he goes wandering outside. We're in the restaurant right now. And we arrived at the last stop for our video. Behind us, Wayfield Foods, otherwise known as the Werner Mart. Now this happened to be where Wendy stops at after she leaves Ben at that restaurant. The restaurant that we actually went to in our first location video. We're gonna put that in the description down below. One of the scenes out here at the Werner Mart that you may remember is right behind us. It was when the officer knocked on the window as Wendy fell asleep in the car and Ben was in that passenger seat. But if you were to look past the window, you'd see the store sign in the background. So we just wanted to show you, you can get the... Out of all the locations we've ever been, this one actually is the most accurate. The aisles are exactly the same as when Wendy Bird was in here doing her shopping. So if you want one that seems to be most exact, definitely come out to this Werner Mart / Wakefield Foods. And always remember, all of our locations are in the description down below with the addresses. So the only slight difference that we can see that they may have changed during just for that shoot was this Krispy Kreme rack was actually pushed up where the Pepsi rack is, and that Coke machine was actually there where that Pepsi machine is. We hope you enjoyed another round of our Ozark locations out here. What'd you think?
That was so much fun. I hope you enjoyed coming along with us.
It's really cool to see how they change things when you, from the show to when you come out here and find them for real.
Yeah, it makes it really come to life too. It's like you're part of Ozark.
Yeah, so what do you think? Round 3, should we do a part 3?
You know, believe it or not, we've visited so many locations, but I think we might be able to do a part 3, especially when season 4 comes out. So excited about.
Yeah, we can't wait for season 4 to get started, and we'll be starting to hunt out those locations. Another reason to subscribe, and definitely put it in the comments down below. If there's other movie locations or TV locations you'd like us to find,
yeah,
we would definitely love to go on to more shoots and find them for you. Yeah. We love coming out here and exploring. We hope you enjoy coming out and adventuring with us. Be sure to make each and every day an adventure that rocks. I done forgot what I was gonna say.
I done forgot.